on the live stream and bringing me the deck list because they ran off with my deck lists again. So
I grabbed them. Oh, sorry. I just talked to Brad.
okay, so anyways, we're gonna have Brandon Wigley and person that I can't remember his name off the top of my head dueling on the live stream this time around.
It's Brandon Ball? Is that his name?
Brandon Ball? Oh, are they dueling? Well, I thought it was Brandon Ball or
Ball?
something.
I don't know.
I don't even know. We'll figure it out here in a second because I imagine you can go over there and take a look at the match slip.
Yeah. Oops, that's the wrong.
Billy Break and Nathan Ura, everybody. And we're just waiting for things to get started. Do you know what Brandon's playing today? Well, Wigley, I'd say. I should say Wigley.
I believe it's Fire Fist. Brandon Ball, this guy says.
If I'm not mistaken, I thought it was Brandon Ball.
Sounds good to me.
So, Fire Fist against something. Yes, round 4. And we'll see what happens here. You guys get your wish granted twofold. Not only do you get Brandon on the stream, you get Brandon on the stream. Brandon squared. So this will be great. Good, fun matchup. So let's just see what happens. All right, so they're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. Looks like they're going to roll some dice, figure out who goes first. Brandon Wigley just rolled an 11. Yeah, Wigley's going to be taken first here. Let's see. So if he's playing Fire Fist, obviously he wants to open up with a Tinky. So upstart. Do you think he's playing the same deck as Dalton?
That's a highly possible chance.
Yeah. So Tinky, yep. All right, so we got Pot of Duality going out, getting cards to Brandon's hand because consistency is always great.
Sorry, we had to talk to someone for a second.
Yep, Jim came up and was just giving us some announcements. Ooh, are we looking at Chain Beat maybe? Or are we just looking at Wind-Ups? I could smell Chain Beat.
He is running Wind-Ups, that's what it is.
He's wanting Wind-Ups and just in general? Sweet.
Yep.
I like that. I actually like Wind-Ups a lot, so. So Duality into this was one of those matchups that I absolutely hated whenever I was playing Fire Fist. Was I hated having the wind-up matchup in the Fire Fist game, but that's changed a lot recently thanks to Wolfbark. Wolfbark was kind of the wild card that fixed everything. A lot of Fire Fist's bad matchups. Let's see what comes out of this. So let's see if we're having a mirror match here, or if we're having just Fire Fists. Card car. I want to say if Brandon's playing a similar build to Dalton, then it would be Fire Fists that are being played right now.
Brandon Ball, you mean?
That's correct. I'm just going to start referring to them by their last names, Ball and Wigley.
I see a Thunder King Ryo in Ball's hand.
Wiggly Ball. Special Shark.
Rat Shark.
So, just making lots of stuff here. Jesus! So, wind-up OTK is apparently a thing. Ooh, Squiddy's here.
Where is this?
Can you time that person out?
Where's this DW 400 person? I don't see him, so whatever.
Yep.
How can you still play windups? Wigley's
Well, Wigley's about to show us. He's about to either OTK him or make some serious shenanigans on plays.
We were talking last night, and he actually opted not to play the Hunter.
Mm-hmm. I don't really like Hunter without having the Zen Matey, because the
Bozeman-
Hunter doesn't really do anything for
Dalton
it. So.
Bozeman was telling him to run it. Wigley did not want to. What is that thing? Shark Fortress?
Yeah, so it allows a monster to attack twice. So he's probably going to, it's 2400. He's probably going to target the wind-up rabbit and let it attack twice. Detach a shark so he can bring it back with rat. He could make, I don't have the deck list in front of me yet. Kiko still hasn't gotten them for me. But he could make Alucard, pop the face down, and then just swing for a whole bunch of damage. Can it target? No, it's just one face-up monster. So yeah, it targets Shark Fortress. That's 4,800 damage right there. 15 from the wind-up rabbit. So compulse on that. Okay. So he can play it a little bit differently now because he doesn't have to worry about making an Alucard to pop the face down and run into a Mirror Force or anything like that. So let's see, what would he change in that if the compulse goes through and there's not a card to stop it like Seven Tools or Trap Stun. Then let's see, Rat will bring back one of the sharks, make a rank 3. There's nothing banished, so Levier's out. Could just make a safe play and do like Mech-Whipped Engineer or Fortune Tune, throw up a defense. But once again, if Wigley's not familiar with what Ball is playing, then making a passive play like that may not be the best idea. Then again, making an aggressive play may not be the best idea. It really just depends on what those two back row and what's in his hand are. And of course, you could just make wind-up Zen mains. Just
True.
keep with the theme. Yeah, wind-ups definitely do have a bit of an advantage for some things because having 3 monster reborns is pretty great. So banishing rat with rabbit so you can use it next turn. He's just going to throw out Levier. He's going to bring back the rat and make more plays. There we go. That's a play. I haven't played wind-ups in so long that I didn't even think about that. So
he takes
that's 34 or 24. Sorry, 2,400 damage. So now the rabbit's back with a rat on the field. So one way or another, one of those is staying around for the next turn. So Brandon Wigley now getting 1,000 life points. So okay, so MST on a face down. It always sucks when you have to come down to blind MSTing just trying to get rid of a card.
it's a pretty good
Just
target.
to open it up. So he got lucky on the target that time, but dang, he has he has nothing in his hand. He has a bunch of like forbidden cards, like not forbidden, but like Lance, Dress, things like that I think I saw. Maybe a trap or two and card car. Uh, 24. So Thunder King attacking Levier. Lance on the Thunder King. Lance on the Levier. So trading lances. I'd say that's a pretty decent. I'd say that's a decent trade-off for Wigley. It saves him from having to worry about the lance later. So he banishes the rat, so he can use the rat's effect this turn. depending on what that trap card is, he could just force out Thunder King negation and just start swinging with Rabbit. But let's see.
Bring back Shark with Rat.
He could make the same play again, but it wouldn't do anything.
If he XYZ summons, though, Thunder King's the problem.
Exactly. That's the thing, is he could force out the Thunder King
Yep.
negate by XC summoning something. It really just depends on what's in his hand, though. Wind Up Warrior. I hear that's a good card. I believe he pumps up to something.
I got it.
Let's see.
That might kick me off if you get in. Oh, you're already online.
Yeah, it kicked me out for some reason. Wind Up Warrior, yep, boosts to 18. But that's not quite enough to get over T-King.
What just happened? He boosted the Rabbit
Ah, he boosted the Rabbit, okay.
up to 21, and then he lanced.
That is the worst. So has to force out the negation here. Yeah. He's going to lose it one way or another, so he has to get rid of that. Set 1. So no more rat effects. But we'll see what actually happens, because all he can do really is set Mirror Force, play card, and draw some cards, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but draw some cards.
It's not the worst play.
It's not, but being only able to set 1. So Brandon really Wigley really loves Reckless Greed. I don't know what's up with that. So he loves Reckless Greed. He's had attack for 6. That's fantastic. So now Wigley's locked out of cards for 2 turns, or for 1 more turn, I should say. But I just don't know. Upstart. So, okay, so we finally have confirmation that it is Fire Fists and not some other deck, but he's just playing card again. This card's a good card.
He's drawn 3 card cards so far, huh?
Yep. Which means he's gotten to dig pretty deep into his deck, but at the same time, Brandon's still locked out for a turn because of Reckless. Obviously, he wants to keep just swinging, so that's another 600 to ball. We'll see what happens with it.
Out comes a bear.
Ah,
It's at 1,700. Or does Tenki affect both sides of the field?
Nope, just the one.
Okay, so he's at 17.
Sorry, I lost the chat for a moment. It kicked me off of the internet, so I had to just pop back on here real quick.
There's a Phoenix Chain.
Phoenix Chain on the bear. It's going to hurt. Doesn't really.
Definitely.
I mean, obviously now the rat can't really keep getting in those cheap 600 shots, but Brandon's still locked out of cards for another turn. And keep saying Brandon. Wigley's still locked out of draws for a turn. And Ball, he's had 3 extra draws, technically. So we'll see what actually happens here. This is where I'd love to see Ball just swing into a Malevolent Catastrophe.
Another bear.
Everybody loves bears. All the bears. And he just scoops it out.
Yep.
So while he was doing well and staying strong in the first part of the game, the last that swing, the Reckless shut him down for a little too long, I think, and he just couldn't recover from it. And the Thunder King definitely hurt coming down. Double Lance pretty strong as well. Either way, thank you guys. I just realized we are almost to 700 viewers on the stream. That is
Oh, wow.
insanely awesome, especially given the fact that we're only in round 4 right now. Usually we get around that, closer to round 5, 6, 7. But thank you guys so much for coming out and watching this. We enjoy bringing it to you.
One thing to note is there is a deck check going on.
Yeah, deck check will be coming up now, so they will be going through, checking their decks, making sure that they are playing completely legal cards. While we're waiting on that deck check to finish, we are going to cut to a quick commercial break, so we will be back here in just a couple minutes. So one way or another, thank you guys for watching. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for being patient through that commercial. And I saw a couple things in there. Someone was mentioning, I think he misplayed against the Thunder King. I would actually agree with you. I think he should have used the Shark's effect, increase its level by 1, use the Warrior's effect to increase its level by 1, attempt to overlay for a 4, and bait out the Thunder King negation that way. If he didn't, and then if he baited out the negation, he would have been left with the rabbit and the rat, and would have been able to recycle them in the coming turns. So I think that would have been the smarter play in that particular situation. There are 207 players at this event.
As you can see, there's really nothing going on.
Yeah, we're still waiting on the deck check to finish before we're actually able to move on. But we will get it moving here as soon as we get that deck check done with.
I didn't realize they were going to deck check when I picked the match for the live stream. Otherwise, I probably would have picked a different match.
I believe they actually specifically said they were going to deck check the live stream.
Oh,
so.
I thought you just meant this match.
Either way, they were getting randomly deck checked. So.
Okay.
Six Sniper, I will take you on that bet. I also bet $1,000 that Brandon wins.
Brandon winning? I think you mean Brandon.
Exactly, Brandon. Most popular decks? Definitely by far the most popular deck is Heretics here. From what I've seen, Heretics are definitely the most popular.
Geargia are pretty popular as well.
There are a lot of Geargia as well, yes. Fire Fist, Geargia, and Heretics tend to be what I'm seeing the most of. The camera that we use for the actual matches does not have audio, unfortunately. We have it disabled. I actually don't even know. Does it have audio to begin with?
On what?
The webcams.
I can turn it on, but sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Just doesn't
sure.
matter.
I'm pretty sure both of them are just sitting there talking, or not even talking. They're just sitting there waiting for things to finish up.
And when people argue, it's not good.
Exactly. Can we get a Fire Fist deck list? If they didn't take away my deck lists, then yes, you could get a Fire Fist deck list.
They stole them.
They stole them.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, look, there are decks.
Judge Jeff is talking to Wigley, though.
Looks like there may be a dispute on sleeve size with Brandon, so they're just making sure on that. Maybe having him re-sleeve the deck. So,
And I think we're going to go into game 2.
okay, yeah. Now they're just beginning side decking. This looks like everything was good. I haven't been told about any penalties that have been given out or anything like that. So I'm just going to assume that everything was fine. There may have been an issue with Brandon's sleeves, but looks like nothing wrong. So if there had been an issue and it had resulted in a penalty involving a game loss, obviously Brandon Ball would have just won.
Yep.
But fortunately, I should say, there were no penalties given out, and we can just have a good gentleman's game.
Good, clean duel.
Mm-hmm. So what would you, if you were building a side deck today, what would you even side for wind-ups if they became a thing again?
Wind-ups?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd side specifically for wind-up, but there's a lot of cards that people side that would hit them anyway.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, Wigley's running Tenki. Big cards to stop Tenki. Mystical Space Typhoon.
Yeah. I think actually some of the things that I would work best might actually be things like Iron Wall and Mistake. Because they still run the factories and the Tenkis, so.
Someone was asking me for Twisters earlier. I think it was Wigley himself, so that's also a good card. You can use it faster than Dust Tornado.
Hi, Shadow Skill. How are you?
I don't think we do sell the mats, the Circuit Series match
Yeah.
on the site.
The Circuit Series mats you can win in multiple different ways. Obviously, if you top 16 or one of these events, you get one of the mats. And at these events, we have side events called Circuit Series qualifiers that are $5 entry, 8-player flights. Winner gets their invitation to the $20,000 ARG Circuit Series Championship being hosted at the end of the year, or end of the summer, I should say, in either Columbus or Cleveland, Ohio. We're not sure which one just yet. And it's Ridley. What? What are you doing here, Ridley? Anyways, the $20,000 championship. So if you win one of those flights, you get the mat there. Also, you can purchase championship qualifier kits. The Super, Ultra, and Ultimate, I think, is what they are. Kits, $100, $200, and $300 each, and they come with mats and guaranteed price support for hosting your own individual ARG qualifier tournaments, like I did last Saturday in Oklahoma City. Anyways, so giving $1,000 to Brandon. Giving $1,000 to Brandon with Upstart, playing Duality into the Wind-Up Factory, summoning Shark, and sharking out another Shark. So I'd say pretty good stuff.
Overall, good play. Nice start.
Sunny D tastes like delicious.
This just went from a good start to a really good start for Wigley.
Yeah, this is
3
actually
back rows is crazy.
that's a really good start. So 1,000 life points to Brandon.
Upstart's so popular.
Upstart is really popular right now. Double Upstart right there. So 10,000 on Wigley.
Oh, yep. In comes the tanky. It's a gorilla.
Well, at this point, he kind of needs to go gorilla just to get through some of that back row. Plus, if he manages to destroy the wind-up shark, then sweet. He gets another Tinky or Gyoko. Which Gyoko in this situation may not be a bad idea either, just to lock down some of those back rows, if he plays it.
He went duality into duality, tanky, and dust tornado, and he took the dust tornado. Solemn warning comes out against gorilla.
Yeah, I would definitely want to protect my back rows. So one of those is obviously one of those. I think 4 going down is a dust tornado.
Yep.
And then probably 3 other very live traps. I doubt that he's setting any kind of bluffs at this point. Fire Fist rarely do.
All 3 of
So-
them are trap stun.
All of them. Yep, Dust Tornado on the wind-up factory, so can't let that go off. You have to get, or was that MST? That was just an MST, so he has a Dust Tornado still. Unless that's the duality. It may be. It may have
that's
been
the
the Dust
duality.
Tornado. So it very well may have been the Dust Tornado. Couldn't quite see it. Got off the screen before we could find out. One way or another, Wind-Up Factory was destroyed in response. So we'll see what actually happens.
Tornado.
Yep. Okay, so it was the dust. Now Ball has to decide what he wants to do here, because I couldn't quite see what his other card in his hand was. I didn't see if it was a monster, but he has to decide whether or not he's going to destroy them sharks in some way, shape, or form. So no overlaying into fish yet. Oh, level limit area B. That's an interesting tech against them. Keeps them from attacking, but with the popularity of Xyz right now, I don't see it being as big as it could be. Obviously, level limit area B is is pretty good against Heretics because they can only go into Xyz to get around it. As long as you can stop something like Draco Sack or Scrap Dragon from coming out, then you should be fine.
I do like that rivalry.
Yeah,
from
Rivalry is
Brandon Ball.
Rivalry is a great card right now, especially in this particular matchup. So I'm not sure if I agree with that. I may have wanted to just try and go for the damage, but he does need to keep some monsters on the field. So maybe just have switched one of them to attack mode and one of them to defense mode, and then attack, dealt some damage, and then played the level limit area. But I don't know.
Factory comes down.
All right,
Shark
so
effect.
going to get searches off this time because searching your deck for more cards I hear is actually a good thing.
Wait, really?
I know, it's kind of shocking. It's why Mistake's like a $20 card right now or something like that.
Pro tip, if you have more cards than your opponent, you'll probably win.
Not always.
Not always.
Not always now,
But
because
mostly.
there's this lovely little card called Exciting Night that says if you have more cards than your opponent, that I get to, or if I have less cards than my opponent, it says that I get to win. So it looks like 3,000 damage went through there to Brandon. He made them level 3s, switched them to attack,
Okay.
and then of course in the end phase they become level 4s and get switched to defense mode. That's actually some pretty good plays. I like that. So constantly keeping his monsters in defense. It's almost like he's playing Magic or something, where he's tapping his monsters at the end in the end turn.
Now they can't block, but they can.
How'd you do, TiVo? All right. Thomas Vo still X1.
2 for 2. I played Medolce in my feature match.
Nice. So he played against Medolces in his feature match and snagged that victory.
Look what we got. Third
More
shark.
sharks. All the sharks. Peace out, man.
Ooh, a chain. Still takes 15?
Yep, still takes 15 from one of them. And, of course, one of them will change back and the other one will stay in attack position. This is, of course, where he draws Gorilla, pops the back row, uses Tensu, summons Bear, and attacks.
I feel like Wigley was really scared of Torrential there because he didn't summon the third shark.
Absolutely. I mean, I would be
Or
at this
Mirror
situation,
Force.
too.
Yeah.
He's ahead at this point.
He's in a really good
So
spot.
he might as well just stay ahead. He shouldn't overextend. He should leave himself with options for later because he doesn't want to just lose his entire field. So summon Thunder King, so no more adding cards, but unless that's like a D-Prison or a Lance down, Wind-Up Shark can just run that over. So I don't know.
Using his effect.
Is he going to have to Mirror Force that? Nope. Second Fiendish Chain.
2 chains, man.
2 chains.
Number 1 rapper. But he is substantially locked down in his spell and trap zone.
Yeah. I mean, he can't play any more cards. So he has that one set. Not sure what it is, and of course he hopefully has some monsters in his hand to play along with the Thunder King. But he can't play it because Thunder King is a thunder, isn't it? Yeah, it is a thunder. So he can't summon anything else with Rivalry up. And if he gets rid of the Rivalry, then the Sharks stop becoming dead on the field. So right now it's just going to pretty much be a stall out because Brandon, either he has an answer down for Rivalry right now and he just doesn't want to play it till his next turn, or I don't know, because they're both stuck at the moment. I mean, I guess he could summon the third shark. Tornado on one of the face downs. Or is it? Or is he hitting the level limit yet? Okay, hitting the level limit. So now Thunder King can attack. That was one of the biggest things that he needed to have happen. He needed to make sure Thunder King could get into attack position because Thunder King's just too weak on his defense.
Yeah.
Runs right into D-Prison. Also a Fiendish Chain.
3
Here.
chains. I don't think the world is ready for 3 chains to the rapper.
3 chains. You know, I don't even know. Also, we broke 700 viewers. Freaking amazing.
I am happy.
I am ecstatic.
I might not sound happy. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, he's
But,
pretty exhausted. He had Jack in Box for the first time last night.
No, I've had it before.
Oh, I thought you said you had.
I had it once before
Okay.
in like 2010. But yeah, Jack in Box, pretty good. Jumbo Jack, Fiendish Chain, let's go.
All right. Now the question is, where are we eating when we get out of here?
It's a good question.
I feel like now is the appropriate time to start talking about that.
Anyone in the chat who knows a good place to eat in Nashville?
Seriously, we're
hit
in
me up.
we're in Nashville. Send us where we should go.
I like chicken. I like burgers.
Right now we have Trevor Tibbetts and Kalen Nelson here on commentary.
Hello.
I am Kalen. This is Trevor.
Well,
And
I
his
thought
beer.
I was Kalen.
Well, maybe.
All
I
right.
thought I was the fabled Pegasus.
Oh, yeah. Not Bahamut. Shout out to Duelist Grounds. That's an attack. No, that's a upstart goblin.
That is a
I
upstart
saw-
goblin
I saw them reaching for life points, so I.
with 3 sharks in attack position. Oh, we're going to see a lance dropped. Are we going to see double lance play here?
Lance.
So that is 4.
400?
Drops it to 11, so 400. And, I mean, yeah, so 400. And these are all still Fiendish Chained, so.
He can go into Shockmaster.
Uh-huh. He could if it was not a illegal card and if Rivalry was not, in fact, on the field.
Oh, true.
There's the bear. The burr.
He may have an out.
Quick, hit one of the Fiendish Chained ones. Joe Giolando was absolutely fantastic at commentary. He's great at talking about things because he has so much more experience than most other players in the game at the moment.
I am not ashamed to admit that I will never be as good as Joe at commentary.
I will never be as good as Joe, but I can hopefully aspire to someday be.
They're debating whether the Phoenix Chain stays on the field.
I mean, the Thunder King was very plainly
Destroyed by battle.
destroyed, and if the monster is destroyed, then
But it
Phoenix
was-
Chain gets destroyed. I know he was affected by Lance,
Yeah.
but that's not affecting him. The effect, he was destroyed, and therefore Phoenix Chain should get destroyed as well.
True.
Maybe we just have our judge reviewing that real quick. That should be exactly how it works. Lance was played on the Thunder King. Thunder King is unaffected by spells and traps. He can still be targeted by it. Phoenix Chain is still checking him. So if he's destroyed, then Phoenix Chain should be destroyed as well. So, yay. Kalen was right. I am on occasion.
Good job, Caitlin. Another
And
one.
another one. So that's another 400. Poor Brandon. Or not 400. No, it goes
was
down to 8, so that's 700.
Yeah.
So it's 4,400.
You're good at math. I'm not.
Math may be one of the few things I'm good at. Oh. Let's see if this kills him again.
Himself.
Apparently.
The chains are still there, though.
I mean, at this point, he had. Hopefully, he drew an out, but I don't know. There's Tinky in hand, so things are going to happen. Too bad Silent Honor's Arc Knight isn't a fish, or he could go into Shark Knight right now.
If he had one, also.
If he had one and if it were legal.
All these things are true.
Exactly. Squiddo.
Oh.
Or Squiddy. Sorry. Squiddy, you're commentating, don't you know?
That's a wolf bark.
Here goes a monster. This is a lot of death. There should be a torrential that hits the field now. I mean, he has to overlay to attack, so.
Yep.
And if he goes into Tiger King, it's wasted because he doesn't get this. He doesn't get the extra fire formation.
He can still pop the fire formation with Barrett, can he?
Nope, effect is
Nope.
negated.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess he could pay cost.
Yeah.
So did he just pass back to Brandon? Question is,
Unless it's still his turn and Brandon just flips the Reckless Greed.
nope.
Oh, he did pass.
Indeed. So I think I would have at least made an overlay. I would have tried to throw up a bigger monster on the field that's not affected by level in area B. But the only thing he could have gotten though was, well, actually, it may not have been a bad idea for him to go Kagatsuchi if he plays it. The Bujin Kagatsuchi. It's not affected by rivalry. It's a Maestroke, so it's not going to be destroyed easily. I don't know. I may have gone into. I would probably have gone into Kagatsuchi, but that may have just been me.
Wolfbark's effect?
Bringing back more monsters. Oh, this is where it gets deadly, because if that's not a Fiendish Chain down there, he's about to make Cardinal and send some stuff back. Meaning, he probably made the right play by staying around. Assuming Wigley didn't draw into an out for Rivalry.
Well, if he had Phoenix Chain, he probably would have used it on the Wolfbark before he got back the bear.
Yeah. So.
Oh, no. He said that this last turn. But before he got back the gorilla.
So it's time on the round for the regular matches, but obviously because of the deck check and because we start a little bit later, they will have more time on their round. So here comes Cardinal Commander. If it's not Cardinal Commander, I'd be shocked. The question is, does he have the targets in the grave? I don't remember. He has the one Tinky. He
should.
I think he's got, the gorilla that was warninged in the first turn, so he has plenty of the targets for it. So the question is, what is he going to send back? He could send back the level limit area, B, and then he could send back the other face down. I don't know. He obviously doesn't need to worry about the monsters as much, as long as Wigley's not drawing out. So I mean, he could shuffle back the factory and keep him from getting more advantage, but I don't know. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on shuffling back the factory right now because I think Cardinal's effect is very important. So he needs to be able to he needs to be able to get some serious advantage off of it. So he's only going to be able to get rid of. He's going to get rid of the level limit, so he can switch Wolfbark to attack mode, and I might try and send the face down trap, force him to activate it now, attack both the face down monster and one of the wind up sharks.
I would definitely target that.
So there's the Fiendish Chain.
There it is.
So, like I said, if it wasn't a Fiendish Chain, he was going to be in a world of hurt. But now it is a Fiendish Chain, so nothing goes back.
Yep.
Oh, he used the Fiendish Chain on the Wolfbark. Okay.
Oh.
No, wait, no. They made some mistakes there. Almost some illegal maneuvers.
Okay.
Yeah, so he tried to attack with the Cardinal, but it's under Fiendish Chain. So it was the Cardinal was used on Fiendish Chain, or Fiendish Chain was used on Cardinal. That's the one. So Brandon can't draw. Let's see what he does. Because Wolfbark's just going to keep bringing back more monsters. So add more monsters with Factory, because can never have too many monsters.
Factory is only when you activate a wind-up, right? Factory is only when you activate a wind-up,
you don't
right?
have to
resolve it, which is why you can activate it under Fiendish Chain.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bear. It's a bear.
It is indeed a bear. The question is, will he do anything with the bear? I didn't see. Did Brandon activate the Reckless Greed, or did he use it?
He did activate one.
Okay, so that last set card that he had was a Reckless.
So you can't draw the next turn either. But that's the last turn of Reckless, I believe.
I like how he had to send the Tinky as cost just to get it off the field so he could open up more spell trap room. MST on the level limit. Okay. So now...
This is a defining moment of the game.
Absolutely. Wolfbark
Things can actually happen.
Wolfbark can start attacking these sharks and get things off the field.
Yep. His Fiendish Chain's gone. Opens up even more space for him.
And Brandon gets to draw. He must be so excited to be able to draw.
Oh, he can draw this turn. Okay.
TG Phoenix, you are correct. It resolves without its effect being negated. It's just the effect
Yeah.
doesn't have to be successful. I guess that's more of what we were getting at.
I was trying to get somewhere around there. I just want to see a dark hole come down. Make this game fun.
This has been an insane game 2. Definitely a different game 2 by all means. Brandon is ahead right now, so he could, I mean, not saying that he is, but he could be playing the clock. He could be trying to go into turn since he is ahead in life points and just stall out life points until, until time is called. And then once time's called, it goes into doing fun things. I don't know. He could be looking to stall for time so it can go to a game 3. Or at least a draw.
They're not going into game 3 because Brandon Ball can still win and not have to play another game.
Absolutely.
And time was already called for normal matches, but since there was a deck check and it's the feature match, they get an extension. But we are keeping track. We're not, but the judges.
Mm-hmm. Brandon definitely doesn't need to go to game 3. Or Wigley does not need to go to game 3, I should say. I can't even remember if I just said Wigley or Ball. But Brandon Ball does not need to go to game 3.
It's okay. This match
I'm getting so confused with these names.
This match is long and their names are confusing, and we're just trying to get through this match.
Absolutely. At least this isn't round 1 of Worcester, where we went this long for absolutely no reason.
We went a little longer than that.
Oh, yes, we did.
It was like an hour-and-a-half match.
Yep. It was kind of insane and crazy.
30% of it was arguing with judges, 30% arguing with themselves.
So it looks like monsters are going to be going away. So there goes the wind-up rabbit. Attack into the shark. Attack into the set. Attack into the monster. So
Oh, I thought it was Fossil Dino.
if it would have been Fossil Dino, it would have been really funny, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Too much last format. Thinking.
Now it's Brandon's turn. Does he really have anything he can do at this point? I mean, if he gets an MST for the rivalry, he can summon Rat and make a rank 3. But what is a rank 3 going to do? Because there's already
Stall, that's it.
There's 2 monsters, 2 level 4s on the field, so he can make Black Shipping. He can get rid of whatever rank 3 he puts out except for Fortune Tune. At which point, Tiger King can just negate its effect and they can attack over it. So I don't really know if there's a rank 3 in the game that would fix the problem at this point. And he's got fire formations for days.
Well,
to
I think
get
there is,
everything,
but it's banned.
So Gyoko on the face down. Bring back Bear or Gorilla. Brandon Ball may actually be able to do some damage this turn.
Huzzah.
Meaning we may get closer to the end of this match. Though it has been a very good and very interesting match. Seeing some interesting plays from Wigley involving wind-up sharks and level limit area B, but the rivalry has really kind of stolen this game and pushed it much longer than it needed.
What is the Tiger King at for attack? Does he his own effect?
Just 100.
Okay.
So he's at 23.
Okay. I thought his own effect gave him an
There's the
attack.
Kagetsuchi.
What does that card do?
When it's summoned, you send the top 5 cards of your deck to the grave. Gains 100 for each Bujin cards, including Bujin spells and traps. He's 2,500, and he's a Maestro, that so he can protect himself from being destroyed.
Seems pretty good in a grind.
Absolutely. So there's no way to get that off the field without doing something that just targets, like Compulse or Deprison.
When we were doing before, when we were talking about the top decks of the format,
Uh-huh.
I said Fire Fist twice. This looks pretty good.
Absolutely. So that's a lot of damage to him. That's 23, 26, and 17. So that's 6,600 damage. Oh, Blackwing, you haven't seen the longest game ever. Trust me.
I tried to hide the match.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.